back with us. We turn our attention to cricket. Mariah is not going to enjoy this segment, I suspect. Darren Savage St. Lucia Zouks danced on the grave of the Guyana Amazon Warriors on Tuesday. I say that because a Zouk is a dance, beating them by 10 wickets in the second semi-final of the Hero CPL at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Batting first, the Amazon Warriors were sent back for just 55. Lance and I were on air. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. That's the second lowest completed innings in tournament history. In reply, the Zouks romped to 56 without loss of 4.3 overs to register the CPL's biggest ever win in terms of balls to spare. We have wickets falling.
Straight into it. Turning into a cult hero of note. The rack attack with a little flick, and away she goes. Too easy. And Imran Tahir, well, he was off as well as lines, and either a little too full, a little too short, and a full toss as well from him. Yeah, so unlike Imran Tahir, and he got pumped. Wides, ran away over the keeper's head. Cornwall said, I'm going to have a piece of this one, Naveen. Oh, that crack and crunch out of the middle. And Rakeem Cornwall smoking. Geez, that sounds good, that blade. It was too short from Tahir.
Lance, the dismissal of Hetmeyer.
Well, we tried to decipher what happened on yesterday's show, George, and I'm not more equipped at the moment to describe it any better than I did yesterday. It was just a brain freeze as far as I'm concerned, just a moment that he would want to forget as quickly as possible. The ball on his stumps and he left it.
Yeah, leave alone.
You were in that way that the ball would have continued on a trajectory to go outside the off stump. That's the only thing that I could think that he was thinking. But the ball was on his stumps. The ball was on his stumps, and looking back at it, I know that he'll be embarrassed for sure.
Michael Olidon always says, bowl straight, you miss, I hit. Simple, basic. Mariah, I suspect that you're talking down the Zouks because you fear the Zouks.
You need to come again.
All right, Mr. Director, she says I must do it again. Mariah, you seem to be talking down the Zouks because you fear the Zouks.
George and Lance, y'all cannot look at that performance yesterday where they had to make 54 runs and really come around me to tell me this right now. Well, they had to make 56, sorry.
No,
56.
but Mariah, you're trying to suggest that the reason why the Zouks are going into this final with a chance is because of yesterday's match. No one is saying that.
No.
They've won 7 of their 11 games and they are playing well. And you're talking about chasing 55. What about bowling out a good team for 55?
Wait.
That's what you've got to look at.
No, stop bowling out a good team. Guyana Amazon Warriors yesterday.
Yeah, no, they are a good team, but they were bowled out for 55. Oh, the Guyana Amazon Warriors are not a good team?
Lance, based on what we've seen throughout the tournament, no, their batting has flopped. So it was easy for the Zouks to be able to bowl them out.
Yeah, but they had started to improve. Okay. Mariah, before you...
All right. Lance, let's move away from all these mediocre teams and let's move to the Trinbago Knight Riders.
No. Before you move away from the mediocre teams, Hetmeyer and Pooran are 2 of the top 4 run getters in the tournament.
And what happened yesterday?
That is, and Zouks, we won't take any credit for that?
No, but
that's
Lance,
the point I'm trying to make to you.
What I'm saying is you are calling 2 players that have been very inconsistent. I understand they have talent, and you've said this on the show many times. These are 2 players with talent. We see the talent, but they've been very inconsistent. So what makes you feel that when Pollard comes up tomorrow with that ball, they don't feel intimidated?
Most of the batsmen have been inconsistent. I'm saying Hetmeyer and Pooran are 2 of the top 4 batsmen in the entire tournament. So even while they've been inconsistent, the 2 are in the top 4 list of run getters in the entire tournament. So they have performed better than most batsmen in the tournament. And I'm suggesting, and Brandon King was the highest run scorer last year in the tournament. Yes, he's been He's been bad this year, but I don't think the Ghana Amazon Warriors are a bad team. In fact, in the latter half of the preliminaries, everyone was saying that the Ghana Amazon Warriors are getting their form back and looking to be a threatening team. So the fact that the Zouks were able to restrict them to only 55 runs yesterday is a statement that the Zouks were very good with the ball
hold on,
and in the field.
Hold on, Whittaker. Mariah, your turn. I'm the referee here.
I
Go
can't
on.
help but, you call names like Brandon King and whatnot, right? You say last year. We're talking about this year, coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. Brandon King has 4 ducks. So to compare Ghana Amazon Warriors to what? No, it's true. He had 4 ducks this season. So to compare what they did last year.
Yeah, but
Lance, hold on, Lance. No, Lance. Allow her, yes.
Yeah, to be comparing that, Lance, is not a good comparison. And what I'm saying is, let's talk about the final tomorrow. TKR, we know they have batting on paper. They have bowling throughout. Let's talk about that versus St. Lucia Zouks.
Well, that's what we're talking about, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just say we get rid of Rakeem Cornwall and Mark Dial tomorrow. Who really comes in and steps in? Remember, TKR has the highest score in CPL right now, 185.
Yes.
All the other teams have struggled. You know who has the second highest score in the CPL right now? TKR 184.
Yes.
So who else is going to come up and make such a total if TKR decides to blast tomorrow?
I love it.
Yeah, you know, it's cricket, and cricket is an uncertain game, and there's no question that the TKR have been the best team in the tournament. In the same way, the Ghana Amazon Warriors were the best team in the tournament last year and lost in the final. These things happen in finals. The TK are the best team. They should win, but the Zouks cannot be underestimated. That's what I'm saying.
So let me give you the last word, Mariah. So
Yes.
I started this segment by saying to you that I sense some fear for the Zouks. I sense within you some fear for the Zouks. You're saying no fear.
No fair, game on.
Oh, all right, let's move on. The CPL climax is on Thursday with that final at the Brandlar Cricket Academy. Unbeaten Trinbago Knight Riders looking to go 12-0 and lift their 4th title, completing what would be the first perfect season in CPL history, while the St. Lucia Zouks will be vying for title number 1. Thursday, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. ECT on SportsMax. To miss is to diss, and now is not the time to diss. Anyway, after 32 matches, the numbers are telling us that the cream did rise to the top. Now, why do I say this? Well, the 2 most proficient teams are in the final, and these graphs show the average batting partnerships. TKR and the Zouks are frontrunners in this category. The numbers there showing you that TKR, they are way above 100, well, above 100, closer to, well, not closer to 120, but above 100. And the Zouks are about near the 90-run mark, yeah? For the, and of course, the colors tell you, just look at the key at the bottom of the graph. Blue for first wicket, orange for second wicket, gray for third wicket, and the yellow for the 4th wicket. So consistently, the TKR having the best average, apart from the Trident's opening partnership is the best of all the teams, and the Zouks in second. But when you're talking about the second wicket, really, after they've lost an early wicket, the TKR have a habit of consolidating, and their second wicket partnership much the best than everybody else's. Maybe even better than Tridents, Amazon Warriors, and the Talawas combined, and the Zouks as well, if you put it in there. So impressive. Then the third wicket partnership, also healthy, and then 4th wicket, they can really kick on. The Zouks, their 4th wicket partnership, much the best of the tournament, and what that says, it puts a question sign behind Mariah's assertion that if you knock off the top 2, Dale and Cornwall, then the Zouks batting is brittle after that, because that graph tells you that that is not quite so. The TKR and the Zouks have also scored the most runs per dismissal. So what it just means is runs by fall of wicket. First wicket, blue. Second wicket, orange. Third wicket, gray. 4th wicket, yellow. And 5th wicket, another shade of blue. And you can see, look at the runs by fall of wickets. You can see the Tridents, Guyana Amazon. Look at the TKR graphic. More impressive. The 4th wicket. Look at that. Look at where that yellow graph is. Look at where the 4th wicket falls. For the Zouks, look at where that 5th wicket usually falls, the average. Yeah? That's it. So that shows you that these 2 teams are not here by accident, but these 2 teams, Ms. Ramarak, have been the best, which is probably supporting your point that the Amazon Warriors, from your perspective, weren't all that hot. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we love to say here, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we'll have to see. As Lance said, rightfully, cricket is played on the day, and of course, anything can happen, barring conditions and whatnot. But I'm still strong behind my TKR team. I think they are the strongest team in the tournament, and I look forward for them securing title number 4.
And I'm sure Lance is itching to tell you that he didn't say that TKR aren't the strongest team in the
I
tournament.
know, he always has to come back to me, and it's
No,
really very
but I
bad.
said that many times.
Anyway.
I said that many times.
But Lance, I just said it for you.
Yeah.
So former West Indies captain Sir Viv Richards has joined Cricket West Indies lead selector Roger Harper in criticising the batting at this year's CPL. Speaking on Observer Radio's Good Morning Jojo, a sports show, Sir Viv said, "The batting has been awful in my opinion. It hasn't stepped up in any big way, and maybe there may be reasons for that because some of the wickets themselves are not suitable, in my opinion, for the nature of such tournaments." He continued, "When you look and see all of those spinners and so on, and teams are playing 3 and 4 spinners, it is a sign that the wickets are not conducive or well enough for all-round play. The wickets have not been good enough, in my opinion, for a tournament that is supposed to bring excitement." Yeah, Sir Viv saying what we have been saying here on the zone and what the numbers have been showing us. The batting has been rather ordinary this tournament, although there are mitigating factors, as Zaheer Clarke, our analyst or statistician, agreed with us. The use of the grounds and the strips on those grounds are largely responsible for the poor totals that we've seen from the teams and from the individual batsmen.
Definitely, George, and we've made that clear on the zone, with Zaheer being on our statistician, saying that yes, we have acknowledged that the batting has been very poor, and of course we tried to find factors, because I even asked Zaheer, I pushed it and I said, do you think, it's just poor execution? Maybe they're a bit careless, but then we took into consideration the fact that, it's the pandemic and some of them didn't train, but Zaheer made some really strong points when he spoke about the strips and the overuse of the strips.
Lance, I'm trying to think of I'm certain, I'm saying with certainty, no competition of this duration among professional teams. So there were 32 preliminary round matches and 1 to come, making 33. I don't think any professional competition with 32 matches played at 2 grounds that this has ever happened before.
No, never.
Yeah?
No.
So there you go. So give the batsmen a break. Speaking of break, as we go to the break, remember to join our CPL Fan Zone, SportsMax Fan Zone virtual party from the stands, hosted by Hyperlicious Mariah Ramarak, Minnie Minaj, Michaela Brown. She's christened as Trisha Spence, but everybody knows her as ZJ Sparks, King Taj, Mr. Graham, Shawana, and the man who goes by the name simply Hans. Oh my God, does he have any feet? His name is Hans. You can log on to sportsmax.tv/CPL 2020 and enjoy the tournament. Win a cash prize of $500 for being the fan of the match. There are also credit giveaways, courtesy of course, there's only one place to give you US dollar credit, Digicel, yeah?